Epic, you believe that I'm a predator. Let's get into who you associate with. You ever heard of the phrase guilty by association? Well, let's run down a list of people that you openly collabed with and openly associated with, shouted out, whether it's in your Discord server, whether it's liking their comments, whether it's reviewing their message, whether it's having them in a Discord call, you associated with them.
Hey, Sheeks, what's the word with it?
Alright, so listen, after watching KJ's video, or supposedly the bunk video on Epic, on my friend Epic, I had to come in and say that shit was straight garbage, bro. I don't know what you was doing. You just say the same thing over and over again, like, and you know what you're doing too. You're trying to deflect it by talking about anyone else. You want to talk about the guilty association, stuff that we never knew about, stuff that hasn't really came to light like that. But you can't take accountability for your own actions. And I'm about to get into all of that in a second. But just to start this out, first of all, I'm about to show a clip of what he was talking about when he said, "Oh, we're clapping for a CP lover." I'm like, what? We was watching that video, was like, what, bro?
Himself with, and all of them, even CLE.
Special guest for last day's game.
What's good with y'all? Y'all know what's going on. We better this nigga KJ.
Yes, sir.
First of all, we don't even know much about this situation, about a CP situation. For all we know, the man could be just joking, doing dark humor bullshit like people do now. Literally, we don't know much about this. We never had DMs with this. We never actually did anything with this. This is our first interaction with this. We don't know much about his allegations. People talking about there's nobody really talking about his allegations right now because we don't know much about it. We don't know much. We could look into it, but we don't know much about it. We don't associate ourselves with this like that. So for you to come out and talk about how we associate ourselves with this and how we're clapping for a CP lover, we're not going, yeah, CP. No. Just like Epic said, we're not doing that shit. It's the energy that he gave in that moment. That's what we was clapping for, bro. He gave a lot of energy. He was a special guest. What do you expect? We don't know much about his allegations like that. We don't know his allegations at all. And for you to come out and say that we're all clapping for him, no. For all we know, I'm not defending this. We're not defending this. But we're not defending his stuff. Not even when he was doing the twerking thing on stream for with the child. We don't know much about that. Of course that's weird, but we don't know much about that. Y'all knew it was weird. We said it was weird. That's about it. Of course it's weird, but like, come on now. You can't just do that. That's unfair and that's weird. And you're talking about how your allegations has been debunked. You got no room to even talk about this when you literally had conversations with a minor. Conversations with somebody who's under 17 years old. So you got no room to speak on nobody else's allegations but your own. You can't even take accountability for yourself. So that's for you, dog. The second thing I want to get into is the nostalgic allegations. First of all, KJ, you said in your video where we gave nostalgic roles and stuff in this server, talking about his allegations. We don't know much about his allegations either, dog. We didn't even listen. We only posted one video about his stuff, and that's about it. That was for KJ, because it was a KJ debunk video. We ain't give that nigga roles. We ain't do none of that. For you to come out and say that, we never did none of that. Don't be trying to switch the narrative, change the narrative about on us, because you knew what you did was wrong. You're trying to find every single excuse to debunk your allegations of you being a predator. You just can't accept the fact that you can't debunk it, and there's no reason for you to debunk it. You knew what you did was wrong, and you can't accept it. We don't know much about nostalgic stuff either. He's currently right now he has no roles in our server, and he's also been banned in our server. We literally don't know much about his stuff like that. And for y'all to just come out and do that, for you just come out and do that literally we had to debate a whole one of your DLR friends, and Nostalgic's name got brought up, where allegedly you showed him as a 14-year-old man at 14 years old showing his butt on camera, and one of your DLR members literally came out and said that was not CP.
How's he filling me with lies? How's he filling me with lies?
Feeding you lies.
How is filling me with lies? He showed me a screenshot. He showed me a screenshot of him saying that.
Nigga.
Lies. No,
He's a
he never did that.
19-year-old nigga.
What?
He's a 19-year-old nigga.
Look, he's not. Yeah, this year he's 19. I'm talking about the CP pic that KJ sent of him. He was 15 in that picture. The booty pic.
No, that's not CP. Who
It
said
is
that?
What?
Who said that today?
What? Nah, bro.
KJ, it's crazy how your own members literally contradict themselves in their own statements, and they just are just as brainless as you are, you fucking peon. Like, come on now. KJ, as much as I'm telling you this, bro, you might as well just give it up, bro. Just retire. You're not making no money from this. That's number one. And number two, you're literally just making yourself look more bad. You're making DRR look bad. You're just debunking something that you can't debunk because you know it's not wrong. You know it's true. Take accountability for your actions. That's all you literally had to do. Was take accountability for your actions. But no, you didn't want to do that. The third thing I want to talk about is the person named Jen, aka Kim Yu. So you talked about how she lied about her age multiple times and she ain't show ID. Plus, that's plenty of what people been saying about and debating about. But I'm about to tell you this, bro. I got so many screenshots of her. She literally sent so many screenshots of her telling people that she's 16 turning 17 and that she's 17 now. It's literally all there. And the fact that you're still going to go on a rant and talk about how she ain't show ID and stuff like that, no, that's not how that works. You want her to show ID. Not everybody got an ID. Not everyone has an ID, man. It's literally real. Not everybody has the whole ID. You talk about how she ain't show ID and stuff like that. Not everybody got an ID like that. It's at 17 years old. I don't know why, because I didn't have an ID at 17 years old. My brother didn't have an ID at 17 years old. None of my friends had IDs when they were 17 years old. It's not required to get an ID at 17 years old, and you know that. And KJ, let's not also forget that you yourself said in your own Discord server that you said that she was 17 years old. Remember that. You said that she was 17 years old in your own Discord server. You said that literally twice. So you knew that she was 17, talking about some she ain't show ID and stuff. You knew that she was 17. You said that joint twice. Everything else debunks your claims, dog. You knew that she was 17. And you still went on with it. And hell, not just that. You literally sent Epic a whole entire photo of what you said to Love. Because Love was literally on your neck. You literally knew that she was 18. You said that she was a minor. So you claiming that she didn't show her ID or none of that. It's out the window, dog. It's literally out the window. Not just that, bro. You talking about how you knew it was a setup and stuff. That's literally talking about Chris Hansen. That's literally going on the Chris Hansen show and talking about, oh, I just wanted to see for myself, guys. Like, no, that's not how that shit works. You had sexual conversations with a minor. You literally was talking about her period over and over and over again. No, not just that. You was talking about her period. While she was talking about her period, you literally went on with that and decided to literally, like, you talk about how you never really cared about it, but you literally kept making jokes about it. You was literally worried about this girl's period. That's not how that works. You are worried about another woman's period, a minor. You are 24 years old. Remember that. Not only that, bro, you literally told her, right? And y'all messages on Instagram, you literally told her you should go on cam so I can see your cheeks. And then talked about playing with her cat. Like, are you serious? You was literally talking about how you was lying to her and stuff like that, and how you was playing with her. You wasn't even like serious and all of that. Nah, that's not how that works, bro. That's like going to Chris Hansen and talking about some. Oh, guys, chill out. I wasn't even serious like that. I was just joking. I didn't want to see that. I was literally lying to her. I was playing with her and I was making fun of her. No, bro. You knew that shit was wrong, and you then tried to debunk it in your video, except it made you look more bad because you knew that it was wrong. You literally knew that it was wrong.
Talking about her over and over again, talking about how can she play with her. I lied to this girl over and over in every single message that I said, screenshotting.
Now going over the laws that you broke, KJ. Number 1, you literally broke coercion and enticement, bro. Literally, you can be up to 10 years in prison for that, and you know that. You literally coerced a minor under 18 years old, bro. Literally, additionally, $250,000 may be imposed along with 5-year lifetime. So that's one law you broke. You also broke a Class C felony, which is online solicitation of a minor. So that could literally land you in prison too. You literally broke both of those laws. Considering that you're 24 years old, that could definitely land you in prison too. And there's one more law you also broke. Let's not forget that in Washington State, D.C., their partner cannot be more than 5 years older than the minor. KJ, you are 24. Jen was 16 at the time. So to have a select sexually conversation with her too, you're screwed, bro. It's over, and you know that. What you did was horrible, and you gotta admit that. And you know you're wrong. And again, he knew that Jen was a minor. He literally knew that Jen was a minor, right? And he talked about how he rejected her, but he still kept playing with her. He still kept talking to her. He still kept, having a conversation with her, a sexually charged conversation with her. So for everything that's right now being heard, everything has been debunked. And KJ is a known predator now. KJ is a predator. He's literally a predator and a sneaky offender. KJ, for you to actually come out and start talking about how this is all debunked and stuff like that, no, that's not how that works. Like, let's not forget the time that you and your homie Blicky decided to jump me. You and your homie was literally abusing me in the car after y'all was abusing my homies. Y'all was abusing Epic, after both of y'all was trying to jump me. I mean, literally, look how stupid y'all look. Look how stupid y'all sound in that call. You knew what you did was wrong, and there's proof of it. You're not just gonna go on ahead and jump me like that in the car because you know your ass is wrong. You and your homie Blicky was abusing, and them was jumping me. That's unfair and that's weird. You had to jump somebody just for you to actually think that was okay. I had to hold my own in that VC. You're mad weird for that. But that's just the inside of what happened that day. But after that though, let's also not forget that your source of Jen lying about her age is her supposedly best friend, but not even from the source herself. For all we know, Jen's best friend could literally lie on that just so that he could protect your ass. We don't know. But for you to actually go ahead and believe a random best friend with no proof and no source, but not the source herself, that's actually weird. And you're a weirdo for that. You knew that she was 17. You acknowledged that she was 17, and you still went on to do stuff with her. You also sent CP of Nostalgic's butt in your server. And we're going to get into that part in a second. That brings me to my next point. Which brings me to my next point. KJ's server's NSFW stuff. Now, KJ, you know that your server is also full of underage people. So, some of them underage, some of them above age. And you're not even allowing you don't even have an NSFW channel in your server. But you allow people to send a whole bunch of NSFW in the general chat. Like, literally, here are 3 screenshots of that. The first screenshot is from your man's aunt. Literally, just a photo of SpongeBob clapping Sandy's cheeks and Dear Alone on the top of it. And that's in the general chat. The second one is literally NSFW be sending chat while you're in the VC, not even just paying attention to it. And the third one is literally Minecraft NSFW. KJ, you have no reason to be speaking on nobody else's allegations like this or anybody. Now, we don't know, like I said before, we don't know much about this allegations. Epic said he was going to look into that more, and he literally took accountability for that. I'm not literally knowing much. He doesn't really know much about it, but he said he'll look into it. But you have no right to be talking about nobody else's allegations but your own, because you know what you're doing is wrong. You find anything in the sense just to make yourself look more better in the situation. You're trying to make yourself be the good guy here and talking about how, yo, Epic is doing this, yo, doing that. You're literally just finding any narrative because you know you're under a lot of pressure and you know that you won't be able to do anything to debunk nothing. You're wrong and you need to accept that. Next thing I want to bring up is the thing about love and sorrow. Personally, I'm going to just say this. I don't really care about it, but the fact that you're trying to paint that narrative of, you know, love being sorrow, stuff like that, sorrow being love, personally, they both proven to us that they are not the same. They are not the same person. Literally, they are not the same person. And for you to keep trying to debunk that, there's no debunk with that. The only thing that you literally posted was a screenshot of love actually having to pretend to catfish as somebody else because people were actually finding her family and stuff. Love has been through a lot. Literally, she had to pretend to be a catfish because people were literally doxing her, trying to dox her and stuff like that. For you to actually be talking about that, trying to literally just like debunk it, that's literally wrong as hell. And for you to be talking about love is right now 18. I don't know how old she was back then. We don't care. We don't know much about that situation. We're literally talking about your recent situation. You're a predator. Right now, we don't care much about that. But they have proven to us about them not being the same person. So you have to accept that too. Also, trying to paint the narrative that Sorrow is gay and a pedophile, that's actually mad weird. Because you know he's not no pedophile. The difference between him and you, Sorrow made a sus joke to his homie. A sus joke. Literally sus jokes. Everybody makes sus jokes. Not everybody, but like, listen, it was just literally a sus joke. The difference is you actually had a sexually conversation with Jen. You literally had a sexually conversation with Jen. Sorrow made a one-time joke to her. Made a one-time joke to his homie. And y'all just took that out of context. Literally, it was just that. He's not no predator. He also tried to paint the narrative that people were trying to paint the narrative that Sorrow had a conversation with a 3-year-old or a 13-year-old. Personally, no. For y'all to even try that, that's actually mad weird. Nobody knows much about that. No, you can't be doing that. And he debunked that shit plenty of times, but nobody want to listen. Sorrow is innocent about that. And for y'all to even try to do that just because y'all can't even like accept the fact that your man is a predator, that's mad weird. Even your man's Tosh was in the comment section defending you, KJ. And tried to debate, but he didn't want to debate about it because he knew he was wrong. Tosh was switching the narrative that Jen didn't show ID and stuff like that, and he literally switched it up in your comment section and said, even if she was 17, even if she did lie about her age and she's 17, KJ didn't do nothing wrong. But the text messages are right there. Tosh is weird to be defending them. I would put a picture on the screenshot, but I'm too lazy. I'm literally still editing this. This video is like 19 minutes, 20 minutes long. Y'all are actually weird defending this man, KJ. And for you to even be just like talking, that's just weird. Now, for the last thing I want to bring up is how, instead of you actually just like you literally supposed to make an exposed video about Epic, right? How you gonna go from talking about my friends, all of my friends? You gonna make a video from you talking about Epic to my friends, dog? You did that shit twice. Plenty from what I heard. You talked about how Alex said the N-word in your DMs. Alex is, first of all, Alex is black. Alex, aka 17, is black. He don't need approval from you. The fuck? He said the hard R and you got mad at it. That's number one. Number two, 5. Let's talk about how 5 got bitched by Demonic. Nobody knows who Demonic is. He never talked to that nigga in a day in his life. But you can keep going on with that narrative. I mean, they literally had to debunk their name on the stage in his recent video. I'm gonna show a clip of that real quick. Or all 3 clips of that.
Alright, chat, we're recording File Lee's testimony, so go ahead, talk about it.
Yeah, so pretty much KJ was saying whenever we were in the VC with this kid, he was saying that we were clapping for CP whenever he showed a video of this clearly trolling, saying that he loved CP. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, you know what I'm saying? He tried saying that we were clapping over CP because we were clapping in the call with Diz. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
Yeah,
how do you just claim that? What, we're not going CP! We're not doing that, bro.
I swear to God, like, nobody did that. We weren't clapping for CP. That's out of context.
As a person, bro, I like to help people a lot because, like, I stand for justice or whatever. It's like I went in my own investigation myself. And yeah, I did say that he was innocent at one point, but that's because I didn't know the full story. So then when I found out that like Kim was like 17, that's when I like realized like this is a natural. And he started complaining about it. He didn't like me knowing the truth. Simple as. Now he's gonna try to talk on my name, and he won't answer my DMs because
He brought up Alex's girl, y'all. Think about that. Like, bro. Alright, I'm recording again. Now we're getting Sorrow's testimony.
Alright, so it's me, Sorrow, aka N-City, the guy. He's been dragging my name all across. So this never started because he quote-unquote exposed us for being love on an alt account and all that catfish shit. We debunked it. Epic has seen it. Everybody has seen it. There's all of shit been debunked many times. He's only using that to make us look bad. That's what he's doing. He's gonna be like, oh, I'm a bad person, but these people are so bad. So hate on them, don't hate on us. Everything that he is talking about, nostalgic, me, I don't know about this or nostalgic, but me, I have debunked it, everything. That's why I'm here. And Epic would not let me in if I was on some weird shit, but I had cleared my name. That's what it is. He just want to make a fake shit on people, saying, oh, I'm on a 13-year-old, oh, I want to see my friend shake. It was a joke. You don't make jokes with your friends because you got no friends. You got fighters. That's the difference. You have no real friends. So that's only it, bro. There's no alt account. There's no catfish shit. Everything was debunked. Go watch the videos, bro. Yeah, that's really it about me, though.
Straight up. And there's a difference between suspects with the homies and what you did. Literally having a charged conversation with a and you are 24 years old, KJ.
Exactly.
You are 24 years old.
Entity
is 16.
Situation.
Yeah, Entity is like 18 or 19.
19. And he trying to compare my situation with the like the difference is you was actually trying to on the while I made a one-time joke and moved on with it. That's what's simple. That's
Literally.
the difference.
Literally.
It's your group of everything. And I'm about to tell y'all something really important. Listen, KJ, for you to be trying to, like, you know, paint the narrative of other people talking about this and other people, personally, we cannot speak for Nostalgic or this debunking their allegations, but for Sorrow, he debunked his allegations like he said in that video. You're not going to try and switch this narrative back on us because you knew that you was wrong and you don't want to admit it. You're not going to do that. Nothing has been debunked from you. You suck at debunking videos. You suck at talking about it. And you suck at everything like that. You knew what the hell you did was wrong. You realized it. You didn't even realize it. You realized it, but you kept going and kept in there that you're not no goddamn pedophile. No predator. No none of that. So for you to, like, actually just talk and just, like, make yourself look more stupid, that's just making yourself look more dumb, and just, it's painting a bad picture, more of a bad picture for you and DLR. And for DLR to actually defend that, you guys are about to be held accountable too, because y'all are guilty by association now. Nobody's guilty by association but you niggas. And I'm about to get my personal experience on this too in a minute. To this on a personal level. KJ, for you to be talking about, you can talk about anybody having a gap to how they look, cause I seen you and your homies was trying to roast me in that whole entire server. For y'all to be actually doing that, that ain't gonna stop us from literally calling you a predator, cause that's literally what you are. You're a whole predator. You are a weirdo. You talk sexually with minors. You can talk about me, you can talk about my people, you can talk about anybody, but that's not gonna stop us from calling you a predator, cause that's what you are. You knew what you did was wrong, and you gotta admit it. You ain't gonna be talking about nobody else but yourself. Especially with them ugly ass dreads you got on. You're not gonna talk about nobody else. And this is from a personal experience. People literally was raiding Epic server trying to call me predator and supporting pedophilia. Epic does not support pedophilia, and I'm gonna keep saying that. Epic does not support pedophilia. Epic doesn't support anybody who does stuff like that. Epic literally has a platform to run, and you know that. What y'all not finna do is actually go on ahead and try to call somebody else out over what you did was wrong. Epic doesn't support none of that. Nostalgic does not have any roles in our server. Nostalgic barely even be in our server. Nostalgic was banned because Nostalgic was banned, or at least kicked, for his allegations as of right now. Nobody has debunked that yet. He hasn't debunked it yet. We can't confirm or deny nobody else's allegations, but we can confirm your allegations. No, first of all, to y'all DLR people, stop trying to make Epic look bad, because it's literally just making you look more stupid. And for everybody, and for CTI fans too, don't be going to, like, you know, get people's families and trying to raid them and stuff. That shit does not work. Y'all gotta chill. Goes for both sides, literally. Y'all both gotta chill. But that's what I have to say about this, basically. Stop trying to raid Epic server. Stop calling Epic a pedophile, because you know that's not true. And stop doing too much. But that's what I have to say. And for everything else, here's my closing argument. KJ, you are a predator. A whole predator. You want me to say it again? A whole predator. You knew what you did was wrong. You knew you had sexual conversations with a minor. And you knew that what you did was very, very wrong. And you still gonna go on ahead and try to debunk it? You can't debunk it. You can't debunk it, my nigga. All you doing is saying the same shit over and over again. After knowing that has been debunked. Epic had to come out with his whole entire video and say that he debunked it. You are a predator. You are a predator, my nigga. A whole predator. You can come out and say anything you want about me. I don't care. You probably gonna see this video. I don't care. You're a predator. You're not gonna talk about nobody else's allegations but yourself, because you are a predator. A whole predator on Discord and in real life. It's over. And the fact that I saw you literally call Epic a rat too, after him calling the police on you, it's not like anything went nowhere. But that's how you know you're also guilty too. You're guilty. You're a predator. You might as well just go ahead and retire, my nigga. Because at this point, it's over for you, and you know it is. You're not gonna talk about nothing else. It's over for you, KJ. But them dusty ass jerseys you got on, it's over for you. You can go ahead and try and debunk this shit. You can go ahead and make another video. But as of right now, it's over for you, and you gotta learn to wake up to reality. You are a predator on Discord. Give up and stop talking. Just accept it and take accountability for your actions. Move on with your life and take accountability for your actions. Because right now, you're making your whole clan look bad. And everybody else, you just making everybody else look bad. But yourself. You only care about yourself. Go ahead and move on with your life. That's all I have to say. And for everybody else, though, it's over for y'all too. Everybody else in DLR, it's over. I think it's innocent. People, Sorrow is innocent. Our home members is innocent. Go ahead and move on. So, in conclusion to everything that's been said and recorded right now, KJ, you have no way to debunk nothing. And there's a reason I'm telling you this. Because you know you're a predator and you know it's over for you. And that's all I have to say. KJ, just retire.
So, bitch ass nigga.
My nigga, it's 12:52. It's 12:52. And so, like, niggas is loud, my
lame
nigga.
ass nigga fat as fuck. Shut your lame ass up, dirty bitch. I'm really about to press this out to you, KJ, because KJ, your ass got smacked in the back of the neck by me, you dirty bitch. And I know you in the DMV, so when I find you, nigga, I'm gonna beat your ass, nigga. When I beat your ass, nigga, I'm gonna find you. You're like right next to me.
I'm not
You're in
trying
the
to hear all
DMV too.
this. I'm looking at
this.
this.
Squidward, what the fuck was that?
Find you stupid ass, I'm gonna beat your ass. What am I dead? When I find you, nigga, I'm gonna beat your ass, nigga.
Don't do that
That's my dick, nigga. You're in the
just ran
DMV,
loud
I'm gonna
by
find you,
plates.
nigga. You're in the
I thought it
DMV,
was
I'm gonna
hard.
find you. You're in the DMV, I'm gonna find you. Nasty ass, old ass nigga.
Why is
You are
niggas
a
role
pedophile,
playing,
nigga. You are
bruh?
a pedophile. Shut your bitch ass up.
Why is niggas role playing?
You can say why niggas role play, nigga.
Yeah, the stuff ready.
Nobody is a pedophile. Don't try to role play because niggas is not being in your car, bruh. Don't try to role play.
Check out Epic's response to the KJ situation.